Hello everyone and welcome to April's Hooker Duck. So March's Hooker Duck went actually amazingly. I doubled up on a few of the prompts, but we have managed to read, or we're halfway through reading, all of the books that were on our March TBR. So I'm going into April's TBR feeling really optimistic. We don't have to do a punishment pick, which is just amazing. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we get. So, without further ado, let's pick some ducks. So to start off this episode of Hooker Duck, I'll just take a second to remind you of what the different colours mean. So if any of these duck colours come up, you know what we are looking for. And then we do a quick card shuffle. We're only picking 4 again this month. Still taking it a bit slowly as we're getting back into things after our reading slump, but we will see how it goes. Ready for duck number 1. Okay, and duck number 1 is a green duck, which is a young adult duck. And the prompt for duck number 1 is a series continuation. So the first duck that we picked was a green duck, which is a young adult duck, and this young adult prompt was a series continuation. For this prompt, I've decided to read Mr. Impossible by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the second book in a Dreamer trilogy. I reread Call Down the Hawk at the beginning of the year, and I was looking forward to carrying on with the second one. Didn't pick it up yet, but the third book is out. Grey Warren, I think it's called, is out in October, so I need to get this read before then. Might as well read it now. If you've read Call Down the Hawk, you'll know that it's a continuation of The Raven Boys. If you've read The Raven Boys and you are familiar with Ronan, this is actually the continuation of Ronan's story, but it does introduce some new characters as well. An interesting cast of characters, actually, and it makes some of the characters that I didn't like in the first book into much more palatable characters, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that continues in the second book. Now let's pick our second duck. Duck number 2 is a yellow duck, which is a fantasy duck. And this yellow prompt is a book that was released this year. Okay. And our second duck is a yellow duck, which is a fantasy duck. And this is a book that was released this year. So I'm actually going to cheat on this one. Well, cheat. I'm going to make things harder for myself because I'm going to double up this prompt. But instead of doubling it up with another prompt, I'm going to do 2 books for 1 prompt because there are too many new releases coming out that I am freaking pumped for. I'm going to try to read Crimson Rain by Amelia Wenzai, which is the third and final book in the Blood Heir trilogy. I really enjoyed the first book, love the second book, and I can't wait to finish this series. And I'm also going to read Gallant by Victoria Schwab because we were going to try and read this by the end of the month, but I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to squeeze it in time because I do have a lot of work coming up and just like general things going on. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to get this read by the end of the month, but if we can, at least it's on our April TBR. So if we do read it before, I've still got a book that fulfills this prompt, and if not, then we get to have a very exciting couple of new releases to read next month. Over to our third duck hooking. Duck number 3. Oh my god, they're nearly falling over. Duck number 3 is a purple duck, and that is a friend pick duck. And the prompt for duck number 3 is a Goodreads feed book. That means I load up my Goodreads and see what comes up on my feed. And our third duck for this month is a purple duck, which is a friend pick duck. We've actually kind of twisted the friend pick up a little bit so that it includes recommendations on Goodreads and things like that because of Goodreads friends. So this one is actually a Goodreads feed prompt, which means I'm going to go on my Goodreads app, and the first book on there that I own that I haven't read yet is added to our TBR. So the feed is loading now. The feed is slowly loading. Oh my god, thank you, Holly. Holly from Hollyblog started reading Jade City by Fonda Lee. Oh my god! Okay, so I got the Greenbone Saga Early Create Archives box a couple of months ago. We've been really looking forward to reading these. I haven't prioritised them. And then we get to... Oh my god, that could not have gone better. Thank you so much, Holly. I'm so happy. The next one down was If We Were Villains by ML Rio as well, and I own that and I'm really interested in that too. So like no matter when I refreshed, Holly actually started reading Jade City 39 seconds ago. So if I had filmed this a minute earlier, I would have also had a great book on my TBR. But Jade City Yay is going to be so excited. He's so pumped to read that. Oh my god. Okay, this is going amazingly. And let's pick our final duck of April. And duck number 4, hopefully our final duck, is... Okay. Another green duck. And this green prompt is an old TBR book. So a TBR vet. And the last duck for April was another young adult duck. And for this one, it was an old TBR prompt. So, we're adding in Wither by Lauren DeStefano. This is on my These Books Will Self-Destruct in 12 Months list, and that actually expires at the end of May. So I need to get a bit of a wiggle on with it. But I have recently done a pop punk book tag, and one of our viewers actually did the tag on their blog, and they picked Wither as one of the books on that tag. So I was more interested in it after seeing that, because I haven't really seen many people talking about these. The only reason I bought it was because I loved the cover. I think that the beautiful dress with the birdcage and the circles is very interesting to look at. And having seen somebody else to say that they still really, really like it, I'm more interested in picking it up. So this is going to be our TBR veteran for this month, and it will also take it off of my These Books Will Self-Destruct list. So I've got less to worry about in the future. So, with these 3 books, plus Jade City, plus Crimson Rain, I nearly forgot the title of it then. I was going to say Blood Air again, but it's not Blood Air again. That is looking like a very sexy TBR for April. And April is actually my birthday month, so I'm glad that I've got books that I'm really, really excited about, books that are going to keep me reading, and books that are going to probably make April the best reading month that we've had this year so far. That's going to be hard, because February with Crescent City reread and obviously book 2 was a very, very good reading month. But this is looking like it's going to be a great reading month too. So I'm very excited. If you've read any of these books and you'd recommend them, then please let me know down below, and I might work out which order we're going to read them in, prioritising the most exciting ones. If you've read any of these books and you didn't like them, please let me know whether you think I will, and I'll know which ones to read last. If you like this video, please give it a like, and if you'd like to subscribe, we'd be super duper grateful. We post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. So we'll see you in a couple of days with another video. Bye! So first off, I'm going to try and read Crimson Rain by Emilio Enzao, which is the sequel... Scrap metal, people.